This is Jarrod Horak, and in this video I will share the latest news in the 3-year-old male division. And this division is definitely loaded with talented horses. Now before I talk about Sovereignty, Baeza, and some of the other top 3-year-olds, I'm going to look back at the recent stakes results in this division. And from July 5th we had 2 stakes races and 1 very impressive performance from a comebacker. Now the Grade 3 Indiana Derby on July 5th at Horseshoe, Indianapolis, it was Tip Top Thomas for trainer Todd Pletcher, and he was battling on the pace with an overmatched long shot master controller, and then he was able to get the lead, and then Cole Battle came after him, and he just outgamed Cole Battle to the wire, and he won by a half length, and John Velasquez gave him a very good ride. And 59-1 long shot, Brother Kenny ended up finishing 3rd, and he was a half length in front of the maiden Publisher for trainer Steve Asmussen. Instant Replay, he got going too late for trainer Brad Cox. He ended up finishing 5th. My top choice in the race was Big Truz. He was stretching out around 2 turns. He stalked wide. He made a bid for the lead, turning for home, and he weakened. Just didn't want to go that far. And Master Controller was far behind the rest. Now, Tip Top Thomas, he was 5-2. He paid $7.40, and he stopped the clock in 1:41.15 seconds. That was a new track record. And the Iowa Derby featured the comeback of Magnitude, the much anticipated return for this Steve Asmussen trainee. And he returned to the races in style in the Iowa Derby. And that was at Prairie Meadows on July 5th. And he made the lead. He likes to be out there running on the front end. And when he does that, he's dangerous. And he ran away from the competition in this race. He won by 9.5 lengths. He was 70 cents on the dollar. Ben Curtis was the rider. So this one is a not this time colt. And he completed his 1 1/16 journey on a track labeled good in 1:42.26. And earlier this year, he was the talk of the town. He won the Grade 2 Risen Star Stakes. He went wire to wire by 9 3/4 lengths. That was back on February 15th. But then shortly after that victory, he was sidelined with an ankle chip, had to have surgery, and that knocked him off the Kentucky Derby trail. And he's definitely back in business now, and he might be a major player in the 3-year-old division the second half of the year. Now we'll get into some recent workouts. Kentucky Derby and Belmont Stakes winner, Sovereignty. He had a slow move on June 27th, and I mentioned that in my last Derby, my 3-year-old news video. For this one, slow workout on June 27th at Saratoga, but he definitely picked it up a bit here. He had a half-mile breeze in 48.99, 3rd best of 24 at Saratoga on July 4th. He was working in company with Jefferson Street. He got his final quarter in 24.12 seconds. He began the workout a length in front of his stablemate, and he maintained that advantage all the way to the end. And he's expected to have 2 more workouts prior to his next start, the Jim Dandy Stakes. So they're targeting the Jim Dandy at Saratoga. That's on July 26th, and then they're going to run him in the Travers Stakes after that on August 23rd. Now, Baeza, on the West Coast, he's definitely been working with a purpose at Santa Anita since he finished 3rd in the Belmont Stakes. Now, he started out after the Belmont Stakes. He's had 3 works now. An easy 4-furlong breeze on June 20th, and then he had a best of 66 bullet on June 27th, 4 furlongs and 46.40. And then on July 4th, he worked a fast 6 furlongs in 1:11.20 seconds, best of 8. So he is targeting the Jim Dandy and the Travers Stakes. Now, he finished behind Sovereignty when he finished 3rd in the Kentucky Derby and the Belmont Stakes. And the Belmont was a bit disappointing for this one because it seemed like he was lightly raced on the improve. And after that good effort in the Kentucky Derby from the outside post, maybe he figured to move forward, but he didn't. He just ended up finishing 3rd, best of the rest that day. I think he's definitely capable of showing better positional speed. He's going to need to do that too in the Jim Dandy Stakes if he expects to defeat Sovereignty. He's not going to be able to outfinish Sovereignty. He's going to need to get into the race early and get a jump on that one if he expects to beat him. And he might need a new rider for the Jim Dandy Stakes because his rider, Flavian Pratt, he's slated to ride Nisos for trainer Bob Baffert if he is entered in the Grade 2 San Diego at Del Mar on July 26th, the same day as the Jim Dandy. Now, Plex, your Ohio Derby winner, he breezed 4 furlongs in 47.55 seconds, 3rd best of 80 at Saratoga on July 4th. His final 3 furlongs in 35.40 seconds. And he galloped out 5 furlongs in 1:91 and 6 furlongs in 1:14.69. His connections are looking at the July 19th Haskell or July 26th Jim Dandy. They're leaning towards the Haskell right now. He said his trainer said that he did not want to face Sovereignty, but we'll see what they end up doing because the Jim Dandy is the 26th and the Haskell's the week before. So if they want another week, maybe they'll wait for the Jim Dandy. He does seem to be thriving right now. Now, Sandman, the show finisher in the Preakness Stakes, he had a 5 furlong bullet in 59.40, best of 12 on July 5th at Saratoga. He galloped out 6 furlongs in 112.97 and 7 furlongs in 127.17. So this was a serious move for the Grade 1 Arkansas Derby winner for trainer Mark Casse. He's going to have more of a maintenance move next time. This was his serious move prior to his next start in the Jim Dandy Stakes. Hill Road for trainer Chad Brown, an easy 4 furlong breeze in 49.77 seconds, 57th best of 85. That was at Saratoga on July 5th. He's targeting the Jim Dandy Stakes. Goal-oriented for trainer Bob Baffert. He continues to work fast since he finished 4th in the Preakness Stakes last time out. 3 of his last 4 works following the Preakness were bullet workouts, including a best of 57 move in 58 seconds flat at Santa Anita on the 4th of July. And he is expected to go next in the Grade 1 Haskell at Monmouth on July 19th. And Bob Baffert trainee Madaket Road, second in the Pate Mile and the Woody Stevens, he worked on July 2nd. He worked 4 furlongs in 49.60 seconds, 25th best of 35, and that was at Santa Anita Park. And I mentioned in my last 3-year-old division news update that journalism did get back on the work tab on June 29th. Now, his trainer, Michael McCarthy, he does not have any specific race plans at the moment. He said that after that June 29th work, that he would breeze again 7 to 10 days after that work. That would put his next work around July 6th, 7th, 8th, or 9th. Now, the Wood Memorial runner-up Grande, he recently had an ankle chip removed, and he's out of action until the fall. So Grande is out of action. He's supposed to come back later this year for trainer Todd Pletcher, and Pletcher did have 2 of his horses work, Uncaged and Crudo, and they worked at Saratoga on July 2nd. They went 4 furlongs in 50.34 seconds, 14th best of 24. They're both under consideration for the Curlin Stakes at Saratoga on July 24th. That is a prep for the Travers Stakes. Now, Flying Mohawk had emergency colic surgery on July 2nd, and he was forced out of the Grade 1 Belmont Derby. So he was entered in that race a few days before the race, had to have the colic surgery. He is recovering, and he will be out of action for at least the next 3 months. Now, your Maxfield Stakes winner, Verifire, this one is targeting the Grade 1 H. Allen Jerkins Memorial Stakes at Saratoga on August 23rd for trainer Brad Cox. He's unbeaten, and he looks like a talented sprinter. And if you are interested in my full card analysis, I'm covering the following full cards this summer. Saratoga, July 6th is the next one I'm covering. Earlier this week, I covered Saratoga, July 3rd, 4th, and 5th. My full card highlights are on the screen now, and I'm having plenty of success at Saratoga this week. And I'm also offering Saratoga full cards next week, July 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. Now, after July 13th, the week after that, I will switch gears and cover the entire Del Mar Summer Meet, July 18th through September 7th. I cover that Del Mar Summer Meet each summer, and you can get individual full cards, weekly and weekend packages, or you can purchase the entire meet if you're interested in my Del Mar analysis each day. Now, I'm not done with Saratoga this summer when I start Del Mar, because I will be offering select Saturdays from Saratoga as well as those full cards at Del Mar. So stay tuned for all of that action later this summer. You can go to the runawayhorse.com on my shop page for my upcoming full card schedule and to purchase my full card products. You can pre-purchase some of those products now. You'll find those on my sales page, and I will include a link to my sales page in the video description below. And if you pre-purchase my cards, do note that I will email them 1 to 2 days before race day, and then each race day morning after they have the morning scratches, I go through the scratches, and if my tickets need updating, I will update my tickets and send out an update for those full cards. And check out my Better Bets free pick page at therunawayhorse.com if you're interested in a free pick from around the country each day. If you go to therunawayhorse.com, right on the front of my sales page, you'll see the Better Bets free picks tab. It's right at the top. Click there. It will take you over to that free picks page. Free pick from around the country each and every day. And like, comment, and share these videos if you like them. Subscribe to my channel as well. It's free to subscribe. And until I see you next time, good luck at the races.